They used to call it a squirrel cartridge and laughed it off as backyard plinking fodder. They figured a rimfire round could never sit at the grown-ups table beside 9mm or .45, but they now realize they were wrong. In this video, we'll talk about why those folks are suddenly rechecking their ballistics charts and emptying store shelves of .22 WMR. Stick around, because by the time we're done, you'll see how a cartridge born in 1959 grew fangs sharp enough for modern urban survival, and why it may deserve a slot in your carry rotation, your bug-out bag, and your varmint rig all at once. Once dismissed as a mere squirrel cartridge for backyard plinking, the .22 Winchester Magnum rimfire .22 WMR has undergone a remarkable transformation. Scoffed at by those who believed rimfire rounds could never compete with heavyweights like the 9mm or .45 ACP, the .22 WMR is now forcing skeptics to rethink their assumptions. Ammunition shortages, skyrocketing centerfire ammo prices, and advancements in rimfire technology have thrust this cartridge into the spotlight. No longer just a small game round, the .22 WMR is proving its worth in urban survival, concealed carry, and even varmint control. With modern loads and reliable platforms, it's earning a place in carry rotations, bug-out bags, and homestead defense kits. This script explores why the .22 WMR, born in 1959, has grown into a versatile, potent option for today's challenges, offering unmatched controllability, affordability, and effectiveness. By the end, you'll understand why this cartridge deserves a serious look for your self-defense and survival needs. When Winchester introduced the .22 WMR, its purpose was straightforward: provide small game hunters with more range and power than the .22 long rifle .22 LR without the recoil or cost of centerfire cartridges. For decades, it served this role well, quietly dispatching rabbits and squirrels while most shooters overlooked its potential for more serious applications. The cartridge's reputation as a lightweight hunting round persisted, with many assuming its thin-jacketed hollow points were only suited for Grandpa's tackle box. However, recent innovations in ammunition design have changed the game. Companies like Hornady, Federal Speer, and CCI have applied lessons from high-pressure service calibers, controlled expansion, bonded jackets, and barrier-blind performance to the .22 WMR. These purpose-driven loads have transformed the cartridge into a viable option for self-defense, capable of meeting rigorous ballistic standards previously reserved for centerfire rounds. The turning point came with loads like Federal's 45 grain punch, a flagship example of the .22 WMR's new era. Designed for reliability and terminal performance, its nickel-plated cases ensure smooth feeding and extraction, even after extended range sessions. From a 2-inch revolver barrel, the punch achieves FBI spec penetration of 12 to 15 inches in ballistic gel, expanding to nearly double its original diameter. From a 16-inch carbine, it maintains 1-inch groups at 25 yards, rivaling the accuracy of premium centerfire loads. Priced at around $26.99 for a 50-round box, it outperforms bargain .22 LR bulk packs that often suffer from misfires and inconsistent trajectories. Hornady's 45 grain critical defense, retailing at approximately $17 for 25 rounds, delivers similar performance with a 1,000 feet per second velocity from short barrels. Its red flex tip ensures reliable expansion through heavy clothing, avoiding the nose clogging issues that plague older hollow points. Speer's 40 grain gold dot, priced near $19 for 20 rounds, is optimized for snub-nose revolvers, boasting 1,050 feet per second and consistent gel performance. These advancements prove that the .22 WMR can deliver devastating terminal effects, making it a credible choice for self-defense. Reliability, a long-standing concern with rimfire cartridges, has also been addressed. Unlike centerfire rounds with separate primer cups, rimfire priming compound is housed in the case rim, historically leading to uneven ignition and occasional misfires. Modern automated priming processes have significantly reduced this issue, with failure rates dropping to roughly 1 per 500 rounds for quality .22 WMR ammo compared to 1 per 1,000 for centerfire. While rimfires still lag slightly, the gap is negligible in practical terms, especially when paired with forgiving platforms. Revolvers in particular excel with the .22 WMR, Smith & Wesson's model 351C, a 7-shot J-frame revolver weighing just 11 ounces, allows shooters to skip misfires with a quick trigger pull. Priced around $750, its aluminum frame minimizes recoil, making it ideal for shooters with limited hand strength. For those prioritizing accuracy, the stainless Smith & Wesson 648, an 8-shot K-frame with a 6-inch barrel, retails for $829 and delivers sub-2-inch groups at 25 yards with Federal Punch or Hornady VMAX. Ruger's Single 9, a single-action revolver with a 6.5-inch barrel and 9 chambers, sells for $870 and offers exceptional recoil absorption, making follow-up shots effortless. Semi-automatic pistols have also entered the .22 WMR arena, catering to shooters who prefer higher capacity and faster reloads. Walther's WMP, priced between $470 and $540, features 15-round magazines, an optics-ready slide, and an ambidextrous quad-release system. In testing, it cycled Hornady Critical Defense and CCI TNT Green flawlessly over 300 rounds, with recoil akin to a .22 LR rifle. Kel-Tec's PMR-30 pushes the envelope further, offering an astonishing 31 rounds in a pistol weighing under a pound. Retailing at $370, its optic-cut model includes high-visibility fiber sights and performs reliably with lightweight 40-grain loads, provided magazines are properly seated. While its polymer construction may feel less robust than steel-framed pistols, the PMR-30's capacity and low recoil make it a formidable option for rapid target engagement. These platforms demonstrate that the .22 WMR can compete with centerfire pistols in terms of firepower and usability. The .22 WMR's greatest strength lies in its controllability, a critical factor under stress. A typical 9mm micro pistol generates 4 to 6 foot-pounds of recoil energy, while a 2-inch .22 WMR revolver produces just 1 foot-pound. This difference is negligible at the range, but becomes significant in high adrenaline scenarios, where recoil-induced flinches can send shots off target. The .22 WMR's low recoil allows shooters to deliver rapid, accurate follow-ups, landing rounds precisely on vital areas like the heart or spine. Studies, such as Greg Ellifritz's analysis of over 1,800 shootings, show that shot placement and penetration often outweigh raw energy. Surprisingly, the .22 LR outperformed .40S and W in one-shot stops to the torso, thanks to its ability to penetrate deeply and disrupt critical structures. The .22 WMR builds on this, maintaining over 100 foot-pounds of energy from short barrels and exceeding 300 from rifles, all while meeting FBY's 12-inch penetration standard. This balance of energy, penetration, and ease of use makes it a standout for defensive applications. In urban environments, the .22 WMR's reduced risk of over-penetration is a significant advantage. A bonded 9mm hollow point can pass through an attacker and retain enough energy to penetrate multiple walls, endangering bystanders or family members. In contrast, Federal Punch .22 WMR typically stops within the target or the first wall, minimizing collateral damage while still achieving adequate penetration. This makes it an excellent choice for home defense in apartments or densely packed neighborhoods. Additionally, the .22 WMR's lower muzzle blast and flash-enhanced survivability in confined spaces. Firing a 9mm indoors can disorient shooters with concussive noise and temporary deafness, impairing communication and situational awareness. A 4-inch .22 WMR barrel produces a sharp report but lacks the overwhelming blast of centerfire rounds. When paired with a suppressor on a threaded rifle like the Henry Frontier or Ruger American Rimfire, subsonic .22 WMR loads drop below 140 decibels, entering hearing-safe territory. This allows defenders to engage threats without compromising their ability to hear or communicate. Affordability and availability further bolster the .22 WMR's appeal. Even with inflation, premium 50-round boxes cost $20 to $30, or 40 to 60 cents per shot, roughly half the price of comparable 9mm hollow points. This allows shooters to train with their carry ammo without breaking the bank, improving proficiency and confidence. During ammo shortages, .22 WMR often remains on shelves while 9mm and other centerfire rounds vanish, as it flies under the radar of panic buyers and restrictive legislation. Its rimfire status also makes it less likely to face regulatory scrutiny, ensuring consistent access. For budget-conscious shooters or those preparing for prolonged emergencies, the ability to stockpile effective ammo at a lower cost is a game-changer. The .22 WMR's versatility extends beyond self-defense to survival and hunting. Hornady's 30-grain VMAX, clocking 2,200 feet per second from a rifle, is devastating on varmints, like prairie dogs and coyotes out to 100 yards. Federal's 50-grain small-game hollow point at 1,530 feet per second harvests squirrels cleanly, preserving meat for the table. Norma's 40-grain JHP, priced at $21 per 50, balances expansion and penetration, performing reliably across barrel lengths for both defensive and hunting roles. CCI's 30-grain TNT Green, a lead-free option, meets California's environmental regulations while delivering 2,050 feet per second from a Kel-Tec CMR 30 carbine. This round's high velocity and quiet operation make it ideal for pest control in restrictive jurisdictions. By consolidating defensive and hunting needs into one cartridge, the .22 WMR simplifies logistics for preppers and outdoorsmen, reducing the weight and complexity of a bug-out kit. Firearm manufacturers have responded to the .22 WMR's resurgence with innovative designs that enhance its practicality. Ruger's Super Wrangler, retailing at $330, includes dual cylinders for .22 long rifle and .22 Winchester Magnum rifle, allowing shooters to train cheaply with .22 long rifle and switch to .22 Winchester Magnum rifle for carry. Taurus's Tracker 992, priced at $777, offers similar modularity in a double-action revolver, swapping 9-shot cylinders with ease. These dual-caliber options shine during ammo shortages, letting shooters use whatever's available without changing holsters or muscle memory. Holster compatibility is another plus. Smith & Wesson's 648 fits K-frame leather rigs, the 351 C slips into J-frame pocket holsters, and the Walther WMP drops into Glock 34 duty holsters with minor adjustments. The Kel-Tec PMR 30 pairs with standard P7 nylon rigs, eliminating the need for specialized gear. This mainstream compatibility ensures shooters can integrate .22 WMR firearms into their existing setups without hassle. Skeptics often point out that law enforcement and military units don't adopt the .22 WMR, questioning its effectiveness. However, this overlooks the distinct needs of civilian defenders. Police and soldiers require rounds that defeat barriers like car doors, thick clothing, or body armor, prioritizing maximum energy and range. Civilians, on the other hand, face soft targets at close range in cluttered environments, where over-penetration and recoil are greater concerns. The .22 WMR excels in this niche, delivering sufficient power with superior control compared to centerfire mouse guns like .380 ACP or 9mm subcompacts. Real-world incidents underscore its capability. In 2021, a 70-year-old Ohio homeowner used a North American Arms .22 WMR mini revolver to stop an intruder with 2 torso shots, both bullets lodging near the spine. The attacker collapsed blocks away, and the low muzzle blast allowed the shooter to call 911 clearly, with no neighbors reporting gunfire. In Florida, a ranch hand used a Ruger Single 6 .22 WMR to dispatch feral dogs and a rabid raccoon, with precise shots minimizing collateral risk. These cases highlight the cartridge's ability to stop threats effectively while maintaining situational control. For personal use, the .22 WMR offers unmatched flexibility. On the trail, a lightweight revolver like the Smith & Wesson 351C provides 7 shots in a package that's barely noticeable on the belt. At the homestead, a Kel-Tec CMR 30 carbine or Ruger American rimfire rifle delivers high-capacity, low-recoil firepower for pest control or defense. The ability to carry triple the ammo of a centerfire loadout, 125 rounds in 5 25-round PMR 30 magazines weigh just over 2 pounds, makes it ideal for extended emergencies. Compared to 8 17-round Glock 19 magazines, which weigh nearly 4.5 pounds for the same energy, the .22 WMR's logistical advantage is clear. Whether hiking with a medkit or patrolling a pasture, the reduced weight enhances mobility without sacrificing capability. Switching between roles, from concealed carry to varmint hunting, requires no re-zeroing or recoil adjustment, streamlining training and deployment. The The .22 WMR's modern renaissance is driven by a perfect storm of innovation and necessity. Polymer-tipped bullets and bonded jackets ensure reliable expansion, while nickel-plated cases and strict quality control minimize misfires. Platforms like the Walther WMP, Kel-Tec PMR30, and Smith & Wesson 648 offer capacity and convenience once exclusive to centerfire firearms. For armed citizens who prioritize concealability, comfort, and cost, the .22 WMR delivers where traditional options fall short. Its ammunition remains affordable, its recoil stays manageable, and its versatility spans urban defense, rural survival, and everything in between. The old arguments against rimfire, unreliable ignition, weak terminal performance have been dismantled by data and real-world results. The .22 WMR isn't here to replace the 9mm. It's here to give shooters a smarter alternative when ounces, dollars, and split-second decisions matter most. Have you embraced the .22 WMR's potential? Maybe you've got a Kel-Tec PMR30 stashed in your truck, a Smith & Wesson 351C in your pocket, or a Ruger Single 9 on your nightstand. Share your go-to model and setup in the comments. What's earned your trust? Or what's holding you back? If this breakdown flipped your perspective on rimfire's role in self-defense, hit the like button. Pass this video along to a friend who still thinks .22 WMR is just for squirrels. And subscribe to catch our next deep dive into the gear and calibers that keep you prepared. The .22 WMR isn't just a cartridge. It's a survival tool that's ready when you are.